Yo, what's going on, guys? Officer Rams here, and I'm back from the fantastic Clash Royale video for you guys. In this one, we're going to be going over how to beat hard counters with RGSK. I'm going to be watching matches against hard counters from my stream last night. If you haven't checked out my stream already, my Twitch link is in the description below. A lot of people have been asking for this video. You ask, you shall receive. And without further ado, let's hop into this first match here. Alright, guys, hopping into the first one here. So I'm not going to lie, this is actually the last one. I just recorded the entire video, or I didn't record the entire video, I should say, because I never pressed record, but I did the whole video. So we're going to be going over it again. It's fine. It's fine. Just pretend I didn't even say that. Anyway, in this match, we're going against my most hated deck in the entire game, Miner, Inferno Tower, Rocket. I don't care what deck I'm using. I absolutely despise going in against this deck. Shout out Nate. Anyway, how to win this matchup. A lot of people struggle with Inferno Tower decks. I can't break through the Inferno Tower. I know, it's impossible. I know, I'm well aware. This is how you do it. This is how you do it, okay? It's not impossible, it's just extremely hard. Okay, so whenever you're going with an RG, it's not naked. If it's at the bridge, first of all, it wears clothes. Second of all, you should never put an RG at the bridge by itself. Never. Never. If you're going to go with an RG at the bridge, there better be a full bar SK in front of it to tank for the Inferno Tower. Ideally, what you want to do is start RG pushes, slow RG pushes in the back, okay? This way, you can maybe get another RG on the other side. Your RG takes out the Inferno Tower, then you can put another one at the bridge. He doesn't have the Inferno Tower. Whatever it is. Whatever it is, you want to go for Royal Giants in the back. So right there, he went for a god-awful Rocket. So what did I do? I said, okay, he's down Elixir. I'm not even going to waste anything on that Dark Prince. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for a Royal Giant in the back, slow roll. But then, once I got to about right here, I realized he's going to put the Inferno Tower down. I'm going to have absolutely nothing for it. So what do? A lot of people in this situation would have, I don't know, put Zappies in front, put Skarmy down, whatever they would have done. Don't overspend if you know they're going to defend it, okay? Because that just gives them a bigger counter push. That's not what I want. I want to be up Elixir at all times. So he spent Goblins and he spent the Inferno Tower on my RG. So that tells me he's probably down Elixir. So right here, he spent a Rocket on my SK. What does that tell me? He's probably down Elixir. So he goes Dark Prince in the left lane, which is kind of strange. I go with the SK ability because I knew he was going to go for the delivery and the Inferno Tower. I fireball and log the Inferno Tower and those goblins because I saw those goblins coming from a mile away because that's the only thing he could do. Try to keep track of the cards he has in hand. Okay, he just put down the Dark Prince. I know he has goblins in this deck. That's good against Royal Giants, so he's probably going to put them down after I get rid of this Inferno Tower. You should be thinking like that, okay? I put the Skarmy down to defend this Miner. Somehow the Miner gets on the tower. I don't know how. He logs the Skarmy. The reason I go with an SKRG push here is because he went with the log, he went with the Miner, and he went with that Fire Spirit, all just for a Skarmy. So I'm gonna have a full bar SK and a Royal Giant push, and he's gonna be down like 3 Elixir. So all he can do is really like delivery and Inferno Tower, or Goblins and Inferno Tower, Dark Prince and Inferno Tower. So I might be able to break through, and look at that, we got a lot of damage. So that's a situation where you can go RG at the bridge, but usually you want to be going with RGs in the back. The reason I'm hovering my SK right now is because I think he's gonna log. He does. So we get a nice SK full bar pushing into the lane I want him to push into. I go with a log and a Mother Witch here. I really had a really bad hand for this push, but we still have that full bar SK alive. He goes with a pretty good Inferno Tower here, but we go with the Royal Giant right on top of it because we can. We use the ability just so the skeletons tank for the Royal Giant. If he puts another Inferno Tower down, it's fine because I can get back to another Royal Giant, right? But I imagine he's going to pressure me, so I can't go in with another Royal Giant. I fireball the tower because I'm like, oh my god, I need damage. So he goes with the Rocket and a Miner. Although I have half the damage left that he has, this match is far but over. Hashtag nerf Rocket. Am I right or am I right? He goes with Goblins there. I don't have the log because I did a bad prediction log. But this game is not over, although it's somehow tied. I have no words. I have no words. But anyway, we're just starting to do something here. I put the Skarmy in the left lane so his log doesn't damage down my SK and my RG doesn't push it back. And he has to log that Skarmy. So what do I do at the end here? See how there's 10 seconds left? I know he wants to rock it one more time. So you have to go all in. All in, so we can't rock it. Notice the thanks. Deserved. Anyway, guys, that's how you beat Miner Rocket. Very difficult matchup, or fairly difficult matchup. Any Inferno Tower deck is fairly difficult. But without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next match. All right, guys, hop in the next one here. Going against Jaden. Jaden is using Hog, Earthquake, Giant Skelly, Queen. Very common deck in the meta right now. A lot of people ask me how to beat 2.6. This deck is fairly similar to 2.6. I would argue this deck is harder to beat than 2.6, and I didn't have any 2.6 matchups, so this is the best I got. But anyway, what am I doing in this matchup? The entire time, especially in single elixir, notice how I'm not going to go for any RGs the whole time, unless he does something dumb. He actually, oh, I think he does do something dumb. I'll get to that. But I'm focusing on defense the whole time. The whole time. Okay, I always want to have something in hand for his Hog Rider. So right here, I pull his Giant Skeleton onto my side. The tower damages it down faster. Use the ability. Notice how that one Skelly is damaging down that Queen. Always watch if anything gets damage on the Queen, because if anything damages the Queen, you can Fireball log. I didn't in this situation, but just keep that in mind. If even a skeleton gets one shot, it will still kill the Queen. So remember when I said he did something dumb? That was it right there. He went with an Earthquake, which was pretty bad, and then he also went with a Cannon. So what am I thinking? He doesn't have Cannon. Go, 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 go. Now, 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 now. RG the bridge. Of course. Of course I am. Of course I am. He doesn't have Cannon. We're definitely going to get at least one shot here, and that's how many shots we get. One. Nerf Queen. Anyway, this is an easy defense on this Queen. I put the Skarmy off to the side in case he just used log, but maybe he would Earthquake. I don't know. I always put my Skarmy to the side. Against Queen, when it's crossing the bridge, always put it to the side. Does the same thing as putting it on top, except he can't predict anything. So, I mean, he can predict you went to the side, but that's a lot more rare than predicting you just put Skarmy on top. Anyway, that's a good tip right there. Anyway, he goes with the Giant Skelly. Notice I was hovering that Fisherman because I knew he had to go for the Giant Skelly. You really had no other card for this SK with a full bar. He goes with the Earthquake to kill all the skeletons. And now we reset. Okay, just zappies the back. Notice I went in front of the King Tower in case he Hog Ridered. I'm just waiting. Defense is always on my mind. Wake up in the morning, I got defense on my... I'm sorry. Anyway, we went with the Royal Giant in the back there. The reason being is I knew he wouldn't push into two zappies. I go with a beautiful Fireball here, purposely missing that Hog Rider. Why did I miss that Hog Rider? Because I like content and I like to make the games close. Okay, who doesn't love a good comeback story? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we got a full bar SK pushing into this side. I know he doesn't really have the cannon in hand. I leak a little bit here because I didn't want that Giant Skelly Death Bomb to hit my Royal Giant. But anyway, we're gonna Fireball that cannon, get it out of here as fast as possible, log those Skellies, and look at that, killed the Ice Spirit as well, getting me like 2 more shots that I wouldn't have got originally. Right here, focus on defense, of course. He goes in now. Right now, notice, hold on, let's go back 1 second. Right here, this is very important because a lot of people in this situation right here would go Skarmy on top of this Hog Rider and the Queen. Notice how I didn't go Skarmy on the Hog Rider and the Queen. Very important. Why? Because I knew he would, 1, prediction log, which he did, and if he didn't prediction log, even if I predicted he was going to prediction log, right, and then I Skarmy after the log, he is Earthquake. It's going to kill the Skarmy. Very rarely do I put a Skarmy on a Hog Rider. If he doesn't have Earthquake and log in hand, I'll try to put it down. But besides that, I'm going to try to Fisherman pull. I'm going to SK on top. I'm going to wait till he uses both of his spells. Then I'll Skarmy, whatever it is. In this situation, what you want to do is, first of all, I waited a little bit to make sure that this giant skelly didn't go to, or this fisherman didn't pull that giant skelly. That would have been really bad. But what you normally should do is I should have put the Zappies a little bit higher so that giant skelly wasn't scary and the fisherman wouldn't have a chance to pull it. But anyway, I go Skarmy right on top of that queen, put down the SK immediately. Somehow my ability didn't go off. If the sound was on, you would hear me say, why didn't my ability go off? But it's fine. So right here, again, we're going to put this Skarmy right on top of the queen. I don't know why I didn't put it off to the side that time. I guess he didn't have log in hand. But anyway, we got this SK counter pushing into this cannon. I put the fisherman down. I put the Zappies down. Making sure that Hog Rider is taken care of. That is priority number one. Okay, damage is secondary to stopping that Hog Rider. But anyway, I go with Skarmy, the other lane, because I knew he didn't have log in hand. Baits out an Earthquake, and it gets me 2 shots because he didn't have enough elixir. So right here, what do? Everything to make that Hog Rider not get a hit. Even Fireball. Whatever you gotta do to make the Hog Rider not get a hit. Anyway, we have the SK pushing down the left lane. What do? I wait for it to get slightly in front of the Royal Giant, tank for the cannon, and watch here. The tower retargets the Zappy, and the RG finishes off the tower. 100% planned, by the way, that retargeting. Of course it was. Anyway, that's how you beat RG. I keep saying RG. Hog Rider Earthquake can be really difficult, but just try to never Skarmy his Hog Rider. That's the goal. Against 2.6, you can more often, but you just have to be aware of his log, his prediction log specifically. Anyway, guys, we'll see you in the next match. All right, guys, hopping into the next one here. So this matchup, I don't know if it's a hard counter, but boy, oh boy, do I struggle against E-Giant, and I know a lot of you do as well. So in this match we're going against E-Giant, I will show you my tips on how to beat E-Giant. What is the key to victory against E-Giant and what's the key to victory of life? Zappies, of course. Good answer. Anyway, why did I go with the Royal Giant there at the bridge? The reason I went with the Royal Giant there is because he had a bomber counter pushing. I already split my Zappies. If he went with a E-Giant in front of that bomber, I would have really struggled to defend that E-Giant. So, having known that, I'm going to pressure the other lane with the Royal Giant so he can't go E-Giant. If he goes E-Giant, he's to defend my Royal Giant, and then I can pull his E-Giant with my Fisherman or something like that. So that's the key to victory, is really try to not have him get these big E-Giant pushes. See how he's kind of forced to put down the E-Giant there? Like, it was kind of not a great push. Anyway, I love fireballing bombers against E-Giant. Why? Because bombers are the bane of my existence with this deck. It is so annoying to have a bomber on the field. So usually I just fireball it, get it out of my face, and this way I don't have to deal with it. I know Zappies are going to take care of the E-Giant. So yeah, Fireball is a -2 trade on the bomber. But if you kill the E-Giant with just your Zappies, that's a +3 trade. So you're actually up elixir. Anyway, I go Mother Witch into this Phoenix here. Takes out the Phoenix. Why would I not? And the Mother Witch isn't really valuable in this matchup. So if you can get a Mother Witch on top of Phoenix without anything else, then it's fine. That's a good way to use your Mother Witch. Anyway, here what I do is I go Skarmy right on top because I know he wants to use that ability. Somehow that didn't go to the tower, thank the Lord. And I get a good amount of damage on that right side. That's exactly what I'm looking for. The reason I pressure right here is because, first of all, prediction Phoenix in the back, prediction Fireball on both of them. I was hoping he went Cannon, but no, I didn't predict that Phoenix, but I did predict that Fireball. and it hit the Phoenix with the fireball, hit the cannon, and my Zappy hit that bomber so I could just log it right there. Notice what I do here. I hover the Skarmy, okay? Let's say you have Zappies down and an SK, or just Zappies down, and he is a Golden Knight behind an E-Giant. What you don't want to do is jam everything down at once, okay? The reason being is because if you put the Skarmy down and then he predicts Tornado, or not even predicts, just pulls in your Zappies, then you're going to be in big trouble, because the Skarmy didn't get any damage. You probably didn't get your SK down in time. So what do I do here? I just pull it away. I notice the tower is just fireball log range, so I'm just trying to survive this last push. And yeah, put these Zappies down, and that is GG. So some pointers against E-Giant. Zappies are key. If he's going in, wait for the prediction tornado before you put your Skarmy down, okay? Think like he's thinking. Do I want to Skarmy these Zappies in? Of course I do. Of course I do. He's probably going to tornado everything together so his Golden Knight can get to the tower. Okay, so wait for him to do that, and then Skarmy, because then you can prevent the Golden Knight from getting to the tower. All right, guys, hopping into the next one here. This matchup, I honestly don't find that bad. But I get more questions on how to beat Sparky than any other deck, I think. And Sparky, I don't think, is that bad. So let me pause for a second here, okay? Because this is very important. Let me just walk through, okay? If he goes Sparky in the back, first thing you want to do is fish him in the back into the Sparky, okay? Same lane, right into the Sparky, okay? Do you see my mouse right here? Fisherman's coming up here, okay? Your Fisherman's gonna end up right about here before he puts his Giant down. You want to put your SK over here, separate from the Fisherman, okay? This way, if the Sparky shoots one of them, it doesn't splash both of them, okay? But before the Skarmy can shoot, okay, he's got a Skarmy can shoot. Before the Sparky can shoot, he's got a Sparky and a Giant right here, right? You're gonna want to put your Skarmy right on top so the Sparky shoots the Skarmy. This way, your SK gets some souls. He's probably going to end up zapping because there's still some skeletons left from that Skarmy. So he's going to zap. As soon as he zaps, use your ability, then you're going to get a counter push. But you might be asking, what if you don't have Fisherman in hand? Okay, like I didn't right here. Okay, first thing, instead of Fisherman, is you can go log. Okay, log's fine. What you don't want to do is go SK when he Sparky's the back. The reason being is your SK is going to end up on his side. You want your SK on your side. So you have to cycle something before you cycle your SK. Okay, so if you don't have log in hand, let's say, then you want a Mother Witch. The reason you want a Mother Witch is because the only thing left is Zappies, and you don't want a Zappies in the back, ideally. The next one is Zappies. The last resort is Zappies. But ideally, you want to Mother Witch the back because you want a Zappies on top of the Sparky. Because if Zappies just walk into a Sparky, the Sparky's going to kill the Zappies. So let's continue watching here. So what do? I logged, then I SK the back. Okay, I'm looking at my hand right now. I don't have Skarmy in hand, so I have to put this Mother Witch down. Like I said, I don't want to put the Zappies down because the Zappies will just end up dying from that Sparky. So right here, the Giant ends up dying. We have a pig counter pushing right now. Watch, I wait till it shoots just in case. Then I put the Zappies down. Okay, then the Sparky's dead. Now look, I have a good counter push now. That's exactly how you want to defend Sparky. Now some of you might be asking, what if they go Sparky in the back and I don't have SK or Skarmy? You lose. That's what happens. So make sure if you're going against Sparky and it's not first play and you don't get starting handed, make sure you always have SK and Skarmy for his Sparky in the back. That's very important. A lot of times later on in the match, it can be hard to break through Sparky because he keeps putting it in the back. When he starts doing that and you suspect he just put the Sparky down on 0 elixir, you want to start pressuring the other side. Don't be afraid to pressure the other side in double and triple. That part is very important. In double and triple. In single, never pressure the other side. Never. And ideally, even in double and triple, you just want to keep defending. okay? If you're up damage, just keep defending. Anyway, this match is all but over. I end up winning this match. He gives up. But that's exactly how you want to defend Sparky. I thought this was a pretty good example of how to defend Sparky. But anyway, guys, second time's the charm. That's going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If I missed any hard counters you want me to go over, let me know in the comments below. I know there's a lot. We'll have a part 2 to this video. But anyway, guys, you already know the deal. If you stay to the end of the video, make sure you comment potassium in the comments below. And my name is Officer Ramses. And I'm out of here. Peace out, guys. Peace.